Do you mind? You're a musician in the year 2021. Not only do you need to learn your instrument, write catchy songs, and perfect your live show, but you also need to become a social multimedia marketing manager who makes music videos that can be cross-pollinated across multiple platforms. And you need to do all of this on next to no budget. Modern living. So as part of my 50 songs written in 2021 challenge, this week I want to release song number 34 with a music video. So I thought I'd use this as an excuse to go through ways to make a DIY, no budget, no experience music video. Then using some of the methods I go through, I will make my music video, and at the end of this video will be my music video for that song. So I think the plan is to turn this into a big sign and then just walk along the street with it, just holding it. Because that's all I can really think of a simple publicity stunt. Because I'm only one person, Laura's gonna have to film, and she's not very happy about it. How are you feeling about filming my video in the street?
A bit sick.
This is a music video.
God.
Acts normal. For any of the following methods of music video making, you will need nothing more than a smartphone and a laptop. The laptop is kind of optional, it just makes editing a little bit easier, but I'm sure you can edit on a smartphone if you want to. Just a disclaimer, I will be using a laptop to edit my music video. So here are 5 methods you can use to make a DIY music video that looks relatively good to go along with your song release. I used a combination of these to make mine, which you'll see later on. Alright, number 1 is the one take, one long shot music video. It's a classic and it's probably the easiest route to go down if you have absolutely no editing experience. Some examples of this style are the Bob Dylan video for Subterranean Homesick Blues. This is nice and simple and could be kind of replicated. Another example would be Spice Girls, Wannabe. And I honestly thought this song was called Zig a Zig up until researching it for this video.
Tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
This example is a lot more complex, but if you had a couple of mates who were willing and a bit more time and maybe some props on your hand, you could probably pull something along the lines of this off.
Really, really wanna zig a zig.
My tips with this method would be to keep the camera in a still position like I'm doing right now for this video, or if you're moving, maybe try and stabilize the image a bit. It just looks a bit smoother and a bit more professional. But this is a DIY music video and it might be your style to make it a bit more shaky. Number 2, and probably my favorite and most important, to pull some kind of publicity stunt or do something slightly outrageous. Something kind of daring. Any viral video, the common theme throughout all of them seems to be that it will always include somebody doing something that not many people do or can do. And that somebody is sometimes an animal. Whether it's somebody doing something stupid or something skillful, daring, outrageous, or a combination of it all, that seems to always be the underlying theme. I think this is an integral step if you are interested in getting your song in front of as many people as possible. A video's virality these days is just as important as anything else when releasing music. And it's partly why the music video is so important. In these days, it might even be argued that the music video is just as important as the song. So no matter what methods you use from this video or any others you find out, I would try and include this in your video. A really classic example of this is the Beatles playing on the rooftop that one time way back in the day. whenever that was. God's Plan by Drake, where he's wandering around doing good deeds and giving out money. That's probably not on the low budget side.
Anything you guys want in the store is free.
Method number 3, now I included this one because I think it's relevant to anyone that is creative, and that is animation. I think this is probably a bit more complex than any of the other methods, but if you have some time and you want to learn a new skill, this could be great. Now, animation could get really complicated, but you can keep it incredibly simple. And for the first song I ever released as ARP, I literally just put my phone above a piece of paper and I drew out images and then time-lapsed them. You can probably check the video on this channel somewhere. Another example of this is a Bruno Mars song called That's What I Like. In that video there's kind of flashes of animation throughout, and I watched a cool tutorial on how to do it on Adobe Premiere, so if you have that accessible to you, then you could always try that. I'm sure there are a lot of things on a smartphone, like apps and things that could probably do the same. Or you could even shortcut this by using something like Instagram stories and Snapchat, where they have the filters that do wild animated stuff, and then just download the video and use that. Method number 4, and now this is good for any kind of apps that are established and up and running, using live or tour footage and just pushing it together. This always reminds me of like those old skateboard videos where they'd be going around a city skateboarding. I think you can cut them together and make them look kind of cool. I personally think these types of videos are great for showing people what your live show is like. It's kind of like an exhibition of what to expect to coming to one of your gigs. However, I do think that it only really appeals to fans of your band or as an artist already. I just think when you're checking out a band or an act or an artist for the first time and you're typing them into Google or YouTube, you're less inclined to click on a video that is a montage of their live or tour footage. For me personally, I always tend to go for the actual music video. That said, if you combined this with method number 2 and make it viral somehow, I think you could get something really cool, especially if you want to really draw attention to that live show. And the 5th and final method that I think is worth mentioning is to create a purposefully budget-looking version of something that already exists. This could be a film or a TV show or somebody else's music video. People like familiarity, and there's potential here for a lot to happen. If you make a funny or humorous version or just a particularly budget-looking version of something, people might share it, people might like it, people might show it to their friends and go, look, they've made a version of this film. It has the potential to kind of go viral in that way. Also, if you had any kind of connection to the person you're ripping off, they might share it too, they might like it. There has definitely been YouTubers who have gotten big because they made a how to make a vlog like this person or how to make this video. And you could do the same with a music video. What's great about this method is it takes little to no thinking, because everything you need to think about is already planned for you. You could go as far as to do the same shots, say the same things, do the same actions. Anything that requires a lot of attention when making a music video, it's kind of there for you. I'd say the most difficult thing about making a music video as a musician is planning how much footage you actually need. When I've made music videos myself, I've always thought I had more footage than I actually did. And when it came to editing 3 minutes worth of video, I'd suddenly find that I'd run out of things to put in quicker than the song would finish. And that means the video would include a lot of the same repetition, which you might find with my video that I've made for this one. So, I've made my music video using some of these steps. The main focus for my video was step number 2, do something slightly outrageous in public, a bit of a publicity stunt. I kept it really simple. I got a piece of cardboard and I wrote on it, "This is a music video, act normal." And then I walked along Brighton beachfront and along the pier holding it whilst my partner Laura filmed me, which she wasn't happy about. We got some looks, we got some laughs, and I think it worked quite effectively, although I haven't edited it together just yet. I might throw in a bit of animation. It wasn't one shot video, but it wasn't very many shots. It was very simple. And it literally cost $0 to make. So in this world where musicians are everything as well as the musician, here is my DIY music video with the potential to go viral on no budget. Here you go. Enjoy. Look at me across the table. I see the story in your eyes. 'Cause no one here can read you quite like I do. No one sees through your disguise. Shh. 'Cause they all like to raise their voices. 'Cause they all talk about themselves. You and me are just the background extras. We gather dust up on the shelf. But I'm the author to this book, and you are Peter Pan and they're just Captain Hook. The subtle silent noise that ends up being loudest. They can dine but you can cook. You're the woman on the moon. That's just what you do. There's no escaping it, 'cause that's just who you are. You're the woman on the moon. They don't know you, they don't know you, no they don't know you at all. They don't know you, they don't know you, no they don't know you at all. You're the woman on the moon. That's just what you do. There's no escaping it, 'cause that's just who you are. You're the woman on the moon. You're the woman on the moon. Don't know. You're the woman on the moon. There's no escaping it, 'cause that's just who you are. You're the world.